The name of a Facebook group is really important. It should support the overall brand, the mission, the value, the strategy, the direction that your business is going or what you're trying to accomplish. What's happening, Sales Ascender? So excited today to be with you. I just got my new microphone back. Do I sound like Barry Manilow, Barry White, Barry somebody? I don't know what's happening, but hey, Sales Ascender, how you doing today? Happy Wednesday, hump day. Excited to be with you. Today we have another high-ticket tune-up. I'm so excited for today's high-ticket tune-up. We're going to go off the beaten path just a little bit. We had a wonderful question come in from Ella says, Ella P, she asks this. She says, Sean, is the name of my Facebook group really important? What a wonderful question. And by the way, if you get any value from this, smash that love button and share this to somebody that may care about it. But we're going to dive deep into a little bit of strategy around branding, but we're going to talk about the name of a Facebook group. So Ella, yes, the name of a Facebook group is really important. And the reason I say that is because it should support the overall brand, the mission, the value, the strategy, the direction that your business is going or what you're trying to accomplish, at least to get your message out there. So in your world, you probably have some sort of a Facebook group where your congregation or your tribe comes and hangs out. And I think that's the right place and the right thing to do. Obviously, there's lots of different places online, Facebook being probably one of the best or the top out there to where you can congregate your tribe, as they say, right? As we were building this culture movement for your movement, your tribe, your business, your thing, whatever it is that you're building. And one of the biggest indicating pieces, when this question came up, I happened to be reading yesterday this book by Claude Hopkins. It's called My Life in Advertising and Scientific Advertising. And I got to this chapter, it's on page 276. And I just wanted to read it because it was like so elegantly talking about the name of things. I think it'd be really valuable for here. So Ella, this is what Mr. Claude Hopkins, one of the greatest in advertising, has ever said. He says, sometimes in new campaigns comes the question of a name. That may be most important. Often the right name is an advertisement in itself. It may tell a fairly complete story like shredded wheat, cream of wheat, puffed rice, spearmint gum, or palm olive soap. That may be a great advantage. The name is usually conspicuously displayed, right? So that's the secret, is like if you can have it showing your name in some sort of a fashion of exactly what it is that you do. And it says, many a name has proved to be the greatest factor in an article's success or a business's success. And then sometimes, he says, other names prove a distinct disadvantage, like toasted cornflakes become so popular, everyone starts saying, oh yeah, I make toasted cornflakes, then that kind of ruins the name. But it's just interesting to kind of hear what he said way back when he wrote this book, which is a classic, of course. And then he also says, just on the flip side, he says, many coined names without meaning have had success as well, like Kodak or Mazda are examples. They're exclusive, though, and it took a really long time to get there. So is the name of the Facebook group really important? I would say 100% yes. And so in our case, right, we wanted to call ours the Sales Ascenders Inner Circle Mastermind so that everyone knows, but we couldn't put the word mastermind at the end. So we just called ours the Sales Ascenders Inner Circle. I feel like that has significance because who's in your inner circle, right? Like everybody on earth has an inner circle. And what we're trying to do is, combine or congregate the world's best and most hungry entrepreneurs that really want to win using the online methods. And so those are the people that we look for, and they're the ones that we naturally attract through the law of attraction. But Sales Ascenders Inner Circle is the name. And the reason we chose that is because you think of the word sales ascender, that means in some fashion or form going upward, right? So we want to increase your sales ability, increase your communications, make you become that expert that I know that you have the ability to become inside of you, because I've seen so many of our clients transform into that, which is really awesome to see. But And so that's why the name of our group is Sales Ascenders. And then Inner Circle just is that closeness, that connection, right? Because there's 4 reasons why anyone would ever come and join some sort of a membership or congregation or a tribe. Here they are. I'll give them to you because this is really important. So the first one here is you have to solve a need. So you have to solve some sort of a need. That's why I always preach on, hey, what's the biggest number one problem that you solve? Right? What does your business actually solve for people? What's the results they get? That's going to be the need that you solve. That's where we start. Secondly, is it creates mastery. So we want to use some sort of a form or statements or words that we can talk about is like, how do you create mastery? Right? Sales Ascender is, and the way that I explain it is like when you first start in sales, you become a salesperson. Or a traditional salesperson. Typically it goes salesperson, traditional salesperson, then it becomes sales professional, and then it becomes sales ascender after the professional, because that's like the pro ranks is at least in my brain, that's how it works, and my tribe feels the same way, so that's cool. But so first one is solves the problem, second one gives mastery, the next one is creating connection or community, right? So Inner Circle then hits on creating community, right? So that's the whole piece is like, I want only the hungry, badass entrepreneurs to be in my inner circle so that I can speak with them. I can refer them to my network, which is super deep that we've been building for the last 4.5, 5 years here online. And we've seen a lot of connections go one way or another. And we love to do that. Like Chris and myself are super connectors, as well as our organization speaks on that. So like Sales Ascenders Inner Circle matches kind of our overall theme of everything that we're doing. And that's why I want to share like how important is the name of a Facebook group, like vitally important, because if you can create a story around the name, you're doing great, which I feel like I am by using the 4 things that why anyone would join a group. So again, let me just do it again. So it's solves a need, creates mastery, and connection community. And then the last one's entertainment. Like I'm a total goofball. Like I don't even know if you knew that, but I always am. I was playing with the microphone today, but and people say they love my energy and they bottle my energy, and that's entertaining for people to watch. And I think that's good. And I'm going to keep bringing that energy because I really am passionate about what I am that I do. And I hope you are too. And I don't know. This is why I think Facebook group name is like super valuable, really important. And I would encourage you, Ella, to give that some thought. So think about like if you're naming your group, what does it entail? Like, for example, my mom has a business online. She teaches people how to hand paint tiles. It's a forgotten art. And so she called her group the Tiles by Ann group, right? So then like she wants to show people how Tiles by Ann was created and the story around how to actually hand paint tiles. And this has become a huge following in the art space. And now it was interesting to see this the other day. I was looking at some statistics for her, but it's like a lot of Bob Ross followers are like slowly going in her direction, which is cool to see too. So, but it Tiles by Ann Facebook group. Like it's very simple. It's plain and straightforward. It's like, hey, Tiles by Ann. She must be painting tiles. I know what that means. I want to go learn more about the story. And then you find out, it's not only does she paint tiles, but she also has a way of, she coaches others to become experts in painting tiles, which is cool. So besides the point, that's why I would say whatever you are thinking about naming your Facebook group, just give it some thought. Think about what is the story that you could tell, and the shorter the better, right? Like, Nike doesn't really mean too much, but it has a symbolic meaning behind it. So just do it is a great slogan, right? That tells us that, hey, like, the thing around Nike would be active, right? Nike to me means being active. So like they have transcended the name and the meaning of that word, which I think is great. But that takes a long time rather than just saying Sales Ascender Inner Circle. It has like kind of all the meaning in there. So we're 4 words, they're 1. I don't know. They're way bigger business than we are, probably will ever be. But at the same time, it's good to kind of look at this. So what I would suggest is if you are naming your Facebook group, just think about how you could give it a name that people could look at it and in 30 seconds be able to say, tells me a story. I know what I'm doing. This is what I'm getting into. And I think that's going to really help you. And then it should kind of match your brand. So with that said, guys, I hope that was an awesome high ticket tune-up for you today. Again, if it adds value into your world, please go ahead and smash that love button and share this to somebody that might need it. And also, if you have any other questions about anything sales related, prospecting related, or anything branding around that piece of how to convey the message, just drop it in comment below. I'd be happy to answer those questions for you. And I'll be here. And it looks like we have a couple of comments. It says, oh, Vamsi was here. I had a wonderful conversation with Vamsi yesterday. Vamsi, man, he's doing it. He's a virtual summits king. He's getting it done. So, and Isaiah says, what's up, man? How are you, brother? Love you guys. Yes, Isaiah, I love you too. Hope you and Heather and the family are doing well. If you don't know, Isaiah is a bomber over at Think Media. They have one of the most wonderful companies, the wonderful movements. If you want to see a really good example of tribe building, Think Media, right? That's the name of their organization. Again, what's in a name? We just talked about this, like Think Media, like it's perfect, right? And what they do is they focus on growth through video, which is their movement is epic. They just hosted this massive virtual live event that they did. It turned out really, they smashed it. And it's just, I love watching those guys. Are awesome. So shout out to you, Isaiah and Heather. Love you guys. And with that said, that is going to bring us to the end of today's How to Take a Tune Up. I hope it helped. We'll see you guys tomorrow.